Have you been paying attention to your reality? It seems that The Matrix has evolved from just being a movie to becoming the centerpiece of our reality. With each new technological and artificial intelligence advancement, everything is pointing toward the creation of personal simulations. The Apple Vision is currently the most famous piece of tech in the world. It could represent our first step towards moving away from reality and giving priority to augmented realities and artificial worlds, potentially making us dependent on the system and moving us further away from what it means to be human. In this video, we will analyze the Apple Vision and how it could mark the beginnings of a new simulation-based existence. Welcome to Matrix Explained.
Welcome to the desert of the real.
The Apple Vision Pro is a mixed reality headset developed by Apple that has quickly become viral worldwide due to its peculiar appearance. Although virtual reality headsets have existed for decades, the Apple Vision seems more disturbing than something like the Oculus. The creators made their intentions very clear. They want to blur the lines separating reality from simulation with this device. To understand how this technology could initiate a real matrix, we must first understand what a simulacrum and a simulation are. Before filming The Matrix, Keanu Reeves was tasked with thoroughly studying John Baudrillard's book, Simulacra and Simulation, which explains these important concepts. A simulacrum is defined as a copy or representation of reality, like a photograph or video that records and reflects reality to us. On the other hand, a simulation recreates reality from scratch, resulting in a hyper-reality that ultimately downplays and overrides actual original reality. For Baudrillard, simulation is dangerous precisely because it has the power to replace reality outright. A prime example that illustrates this concept can be seen in social media, where entire lifestyles are created that are merely inspired by reality instead of based on it. These social media-based simulations end up fully replacing reality, especially for younger generations. Today, many people see life almost exclusively through the filter of social media algorithms, a filter based on data analytics, predictive modeling, and optimized falsehoods designed to maximize engagement. All the while, the real world and organic social interactions are being left behind, creating what Baudrillard terms the desert of the real. People are trapped in simulations and hyperrealities, while reality itself becomes an echo, a vast wasteland we only occasionally enter when we tear ourselves away from our devices. Baudrillard suggests that we have reached a critical point as a society where these copies, simulacrums, and full-scale recreations, simulations, have become so compelling and pervasive that we are starting to treat them as if they were reality themselves. With immersive new technologies like the Apple Vision, reality could be erased and replaced seamlessly by something far more artificial, yet phenomenally addictive. There is a very relevant scene depicting this danger in Matrix Resurrections. In this scene, Neo is shown wearing a virtual reality headset while being trapped in the Matrix. This scene shows us Thomas Anderson lost in a virtual reality simulation within another simulation, a matrix within the Matrix. So the numerous references to the dangers and philosophical implications of virtual reality headsets in the Matrix seem to be, in a very real way, an eerie accurate prophecy of what has come to pass. Now, in terms of its actual capabilities, the Apple Vision appears to be something similar to augmented reality glasses or goggles, essentially oversized sunglasses. It is not exactly your stereotypical sci-fi movie helmet. On the inside, the helmet uses embedded screens to digitally project the outside world to the user, overlaying additional computer-generated imagery and information onto its live feed. On the outside, the Apple Vision can display a pair of animated eyes and facial features that are completely different from the user's own eyes. This mixed reality experience combines digital elements with the real world in your field of vision. What this means is that what you ultimately see when wearing this device is not reality at all, but rather a digital processed recreation made by algorithms and artificial intelligence, all of which is then projected right before your eyes. It is a true fusion of both simulacra and simulation. Visionary philosopher John Baudrillard predicted that reality would gradually be replaced by something that he termed hyperreality, which refers to an exaggerated or optimized version of reality, a heavily filtered and modified reality that is influenced by computer algorithms designed to appeal to our preferences. The worrying thing here is that we are willingly entering a real-world matrix, not because hostile machines have enslaved humanity like in the Matrix, but rather because people are actively choosing to unplug from reality based on the promise of escapism, convenience, and non-stop entertainment offered by companies like Apple with devices like the Vision headset. We appear to be making the choice, both as individuals and as a civilization, to stop seeing what is objectively real and to instead only see what powerful tech giants decide to show us through their addictive devices and platforms. There are many troubling risks inherent in this Faustian bargain. Authoritarian governments or surveillance states could use this same augmented reality technology to control and manipulate what we see, actively censor reality in real time, or feed us propaganda and misinformation without us realizing it. This raises questions about free will and human autonomy. How can we know if what we are seeing through these augmented reality headsets has not already been secretly altered before reaching our eyes? Who controls and defines the authenticity of our perceived reality? A child could be born and then forcibly raised to only see and interact with computer-generated realities their entire life with one of these headsets, without any exposure to the real world. The fact is, many people, especially younger generations, are already living in these sort of social media-powered simulations for large portions of their lives. And this trend is only set to accelerate with devices like the Apple Vision. This replacement of reality with custom reality tailored to each user is a disturbing development that poses an existential threat. However, we must acknowledge that the ability to completely reconfigure how human beings can see and interact with the world is also an almost divine gift, albeit one that could ultimately become a digital prison of our own making. As we grow and develop, we naturally adapt both mentally and physically to our environment. This allows us to become functional, productive beings within our society and culture. But what will happen to future generations as they increasingly customize and tweak their environments and developmental stimuli according to their likes, dislikes, and whims? Could this create a dysfunctional human that is completely incapable of handling the real world? The theory of solipsism proposes that within just a few years or decades, every single person could find themselves living entirely in a hyper-realistic computer-generated reality meticulously constructed for them by recommendation and engagement algorithms run by large tech companies. This gradual replacement of reality began decades ago with the creation of television, creating false shared realities through news, film, and entertainment. It then accelerated with smartphones, granting the internet and access to infinite simulations right in the palm of people's hands at all times. And it appears to culminate with virtual reality and augmented reality systems like the Apple Vision, devices that work to transport one's very consciousness into the artificial world, perhaps eventually going as far as to connect devices directly to the user's brain itself, as Elon Musk envisions with his Neuralink startup. Just as TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube have already mastered the ability to deliver content that users are likely to enjoy and engage with based on recommendation algorithms, companies like Apple and Meta could easily take this a step further to customize and enhance perceived reality for each person based simply on their actions, behaviors, and emotional responses in real time as they go about their lives wearing AR glasses. This emerging breed of augmented reality glasses could even be used to directly manipulate and reconfigure people's political views and consumer habits. It does this by targeting visual and auditory stimuli customized to each user by an advanced AI system designed explicitly for this purpose, and this degree of influence could quickly spiral out of control. At the moment, the Apple Vision is still viewed by some as a relatively clunky and even laughable gimmick, since the people wearing the oversized augmented reality glasses out in public look quite ridiculous. However, over time, as the technology matures and improves, future iterations could easily be small, lightweight, and discreet as ordinary sunglasses. Some even envision AR contact lenses being produced once nanotechnology has sufficiently advanced. If and when these major improvements in form factor are achieved, the mainstream appeal and adoption of this technology will undoubtedly skyrocket. After all, the ability to completely customize and control your reality to escape into incredible virtual worlds of your choosing would provide an unprecedented degree of escapism for many people currently living lives of struggle, loneliness, or despair. It would also grant instant, hands-free access to limitless knowledge and entertainment without needing to constantly look down at your phone or any other external screen. If you go to any major public event these days, like a concert or sports game, it has unfortunately become all too common to see people watching the entire event through the tiny screens of their smartphones, as they simultaneously record videos and take photos to post on social media, rather than truly being present and soaking in the atmosphere. What they are doing essentially amounts to observing a mere representation or secondary simulacrum of something real, rather than experiencing the event firsthand. Many critics and philosophers believe that living life enclosed in augmented or virtual realities would be something that the majority of people will ultimately reject. The fact remains that a massive portion of the population, especially among the younger demographics, are already highly accustomed to and even fervently enthusiastic about living in these sort of artificial online simulations. This trend towards the hyper-real over the real does not appear likely to reverse anytime soon, but will almost certainly continue accelerating in the coming years with the rollout of revolutionary technologies like the Apple Vision and its successors. The Matrix franchise resonates precisely because it envisions a genuinely unsettling futuristic world where all of humanity finds itself permanently locked into a shared, comprehensive simulation, one controlled by sinister machines. This dystopian scenario of people ultimately being connected to a vast civilization-wide simulation designed to satisfy their needs, wants, and yearnings, while also distancing them from their real-world friends and family, does appear to be edging its way towards reality. Currently, billions of people still experience life and reality as previous generations did. The theory of digital solipsism and lives lived in personal simulations tailored for each person does seem to be manifesting itself already in subtle yet mounting ways. But do you agree? What do you think about these futuristic simulated realities and the revolutionary device that is the Apple Vision? For Matrix Explained, please leave a like and subscribe. And thank you for visiting the Desert of the Real.